There's a kind of discipline that doesn't just impress people, it unsettles them. A type of consistency so unwavering that when people see it, they pause and whisper to themselves, "How is that even possible?" Every friend you've ever had has someone like this in their life, that one person who simply does not stop, who wakes up at the same time, moves the same way, executes the same routine, while everyone else quits, negotiates, postpones, or disappears. Others call it obsession, but the truth is darker, simpler, and far more powerful. They operate on a system older than most countries, a system forged inside Zen monasteries in Japan, where discipline isn't something you try to build, it's something that builds you. And today, you're going to learn exactly how that system works. But fair warning, once you understand it, you'll never again be able to hide behind excuses, because excuses won't make sense anymore. So breathe, slow, steady. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Breaking Point. The story begins with a man named Adrian. Smart, skilled, good career, respected by his peers. But behind all of that, there was a truth he hated admitting. He couldn't stay consistent with anything. Gym, 2 months. Meditation, a week. Reading, 3 pages, then forgotten. Waking up early, only when he felt inspired, which never lasted. His pattern was painfully predictable. Monday, unstoppable motivation. Wednesday, negotiation. Friday, surrender. Sunday, promises for next week. He tried everything, apps, planners, accountability groups, but nothing stuck, because he was fighting something stronger than all of that, the default architecture of his own mind. Until one night, after another failed attempt at building a routine, he stumbled across something strange, a concept used by Zen monks who meditate every single morning for decades without missing a day. Not because they're superhuman, not because they have unlimited willpower, because they understand a principle the average person never learns, a principle so powerful it rewires discipline at its core. And that principle begins with identity. Chapter 2. The Shift. In Zen monasteries, there is a rule so simple that most people underestimate it. Continuous practice without interruption. No gaps, no pauses, no "I'll start again tomorrow." Since the 1200s, before alarms even existed, a bell has been ringing every morning at the same exact moment. And at that moment, every monk rises. Not earlier, not later. Exactly then. There is no room for thoughts like, "Should I skip today? Maybe I'll sleep in. I'm too tired." Those questions never appear in their minds because they don't rely on decisions. They rely on identity. Humans categorize commitments into 2 types: reversible, optional; irreversible, part of who you are. Reversible commitments create negotiation. Irreversible commitments create action. Monks shift their practice into the second category by doing one thing. They declare it publicly. When you declare something in front of a community, your brain marks failure alongside a threat to your status. And for thousands of years, losing status meant death. Your brain still thinks that way. That's why Adrian changed his strategy. He stopped making private promises and instead wrote one sentence that would shape the next 90 days. I am a person who trains every morning at 5 a.m. Not I'll try. Not I hope to. Not I want to. I am. He signed it. He posted it. He told everyone he knew. And suddenly, the cost of quitting outweighed the discomfort of showing up. On day 3, when the alarm rang and the old mental whispers began, "You're tired. Don't push yourself. One day won't matter," the fear of looking like a man who couldn't keep his word overpowered his excuses. He rose. Not because he felt strong, but because he could no longer tolerate the idea of breaking the identity he'd declared. But this only solved the first half of his battle. Chapter 3. The War Within. Even with the public declaration, Adrian still woke up every morning feeling resistance in his bones. His body didn't care about accountability. His biology cared about patterns. That's when he discovered the monk's second rule. non-negotiable hours. Every day, the average person wastes energy asking, "When should I do this? Maybe later, morning or night?" But every time you ask a question, you drain glucose, the very fuel needed for discipline. You burn energy deciding instead of doing. So Adrian made a choice, 5 a.m. Not because it's magical, not because mornings are sacred, but because at that hour, the world is silent. No messages, no obligations, no interruptions. The time wasn't chosen for efficiency. It was chosen for elimination. No room for negotiation. No room for alternatives. The first week was brutal. His body fought him every day. That's normal. Week 2, something shifted. He woke up minutes before the alarm. His nervous system had begun memorizing the pattern. By day 14, something extraordinary happened. His feet touched the floor before he consciously decided to move. The hour had become a command. But he still had one major problem. What he did during that hour constantly changed. Some mornings meditation, some mornings reading, some mornings exercise. Without realizing it, he had opened a new negotiation loop. The when was fixed. The what was still chaotic. Until he learned the monk's third law. Chapter 4. The single form. Most people believe variety keeps habits exciting. The truth is the opposite. Variety is where consistency dies. Every time you change the activity, your mind must choose. What should I do today? How long? In what order? Each micro-choice creates a crack where your old self can slip back in. So Adrian eliminated the disorder. He built one sequence, one ritual, one form. 10 minutes meditation, 10 minutes reading, 20 push-ups. Same order, same timing, every single day for 90 days. Friends called him robotic. His sister said he was being weird. Perfect. Consistency looks strange to people who've never tasted it. Week 3, his mind begged him to change things. This is boring. Add something, skip something. Week 4, the resistance weakened. Week 6, the practice ran on autopilot. Not because he was stronger, but because repetition had transferred the behavior from the conscious mind to the basal ganglia, the part of the brain responsible for automatic actions. He wasn't trying anymore, he was simply doing. But then life intervened. Chapter 5. Without gaps. On day 34, he got sick. On day 39, he traveled. On day 42, he had a terrible night of sleep. These are the moments that break most people. Not because they're weak, but because they fall for the biggest lie in habit formation. If I can't do all of it, I shouldn't do any of it. This lie destroys more discipline than laziness ever could. You don't need perfection. You need continuity. So Adrian adopted the monk's fourth principle. Never let the practice hit zero. Sick? 1-minute meditation, 2 push-ups. Traveling? Read at the airport, meditate in the Uber. Exhausted? Cut the practice down, but never eliminate it. Because the moment you create a gap, your old self returns through that opening and pulls you all the way back to zero. Continuity is the shield. Perfection is a trap. Chapter 6. Pre-solutions. But there was one more challenge, the unexpected chaos that destroys even the strongest routines. Traffic, visitors, emergencies, work deadlines. These situations overwhelm you because you're forced to make decisions during stress. And when stressed, you will always choose the path of least resistance. Monasteries avoid this by preparing the answers in advance. If the meditation hall floods, use the dining hall. If the dining hall burns, sit in the courtyard. No discussion, no panic, no negotiation. The bell rings. The practice continues. Adrian replicated this system. He listed every obstacle that had ever broken him and wrote a pre-decided response for each. If guests are over, bathroom push-ups. If traveling, plane reading. If hungover, minimum sequence. If overslept, immediate microversion. When X happens, I do Y. No thought required, just execution. This one step changed everything. It removed the chaos. It removed the fear of losing momentum. It removed the need to think. And thinking is the enemy of discipline. Chapter 7. The Rebirth. Day 70 arrived like a quiet revelation. Adrian realized he no longer needed motivation. He no longer needed excitement. He no longer needed reminders. The sequence had consumed him. It was no longer a routine. It was his identity. On day 90, he completed the cycle. Friends told him his consistency felt scary. Someone even said it was not normal. He smiled, because they were right. Normal people quit. Normal people negotiate. Normal people restart every few weeks. He wasn't trying to be normal. He was becoming unbreakable. The Goji system didn't make him better. It made him different. And now, the only question left is for you. Are you ready to kill the version of yourself that keeps breaking promises? Are you ready for the identity that doesn't negotiate? Are you ready for the consistency that makes others whisper? Because the discipline that scares people is the only discipline worth having.